Hello, good afternoon. I hope you're enjoying your day. If you have been following my video on how to apply for a Schengen visa as a first-time applicant, this is the concluding part of the video. I've done part 1, part 2, and if you are coming across this video for the first time, please try to look for the part 1 and part 2 of this video so that you can fully understand uh, what we are talking about here and how to make a success of your visa application if you are applying for a Schengen visa for the first time. So I've mentioned about 14 14 ways or 14 steps or 14 things you need to put in place if you are applying for this type of visa. So this concluding part, I'll be adding about 8 more to make this video complete. I said it earlier that I want to make this video a bit detailed so that you'll be able to apply for this type of visa yourself without any kind of itch. And if you have been refused visa before, some of these things that I've mentioned, you must have seen that maybe it's the reason for your refusal, because sometimes you are refused a visa by an embassy and the actual reason will not be stated. They'll just say that maybe they are not sure you are coming back, or maybe proof of funds, and something like that. That might be a kind of generalized reason, but not the specific reason why you are not given that type of visa. So some of the things I mentioned earlier, if you look at this thing very well, you will have known that maybe one or two reasons could be responsible why you did not get that visa. So here we go again. So let me just run through the last part so that you um, understand this thing very well and you can be battle ready for this Schengen visa when else you're applying for that visa. So the number 15 is you need to visit the visa center or the embassy at least 2 days before the time you are coming for your visa interview. It's important you visit at least 2 days because sometimes there might be a change in maybe some documents you need to present, or maybe there might be new updates, or sometimes you can even get to the embassy. There are some of these guys at the embassy, they used to have valuable information that could help you in making success of your visa. You can have a rapport with them, ask them some questions, and this could help you in case you need to put some things in place in your visa application, or you need to get some more documents, or maybe there are some things that you have put in before that you don't need to put there. Maybe some information you need to extract, or there's a new one you need to insert in order to make visa or success of that visa application. So it's advisable you go there 2 days, 3 days before your main interview so that you get all these things ready. Then another thing is that most embassies require you to get the a passport size. They will tell you the passport size you need to present. So make sure you get this passport size because this can also hinder you from getting a visa for your for that particular application. There are some embassies like Embassy of France. If you did not get the right type of passport, they have a center where you can capture and you can get the actual size for a fee. But maybe some embassy might not tell you this one. Maybe if you apply to Embassy of Poland, you apply to the Switzerland embassy, you apply to Finland embassy or some other embassy, they might not tell you that the type of passport that you present is not the actual size. But that is why it's important that you read the instruction on their websites, the application instruction, the application guideline. They will tell you the right type of passports, the documents you need, before you submit your application. Then another thing is that you need to apply for the right type of visa. If you are going to go and see some places, you just want to go on visit, then that means that you're applying for a tourist visa. Don't go and apply for a business visa. You can only apply for a business visa if you are planning to attend a conference, a workshop, a seminar. So that's a business visa. If you are just going on visit, maybe visit an uncle, a friend, and things, a visitor visa will suit you. So we have tourist visa, we have visitor's visa. And if you are applying for a training, maybe a program that is longer than 90 days, then you know that the visa type does not fall into any of this category. Anything that is more than 90 days is long stay. So that means that your type of visa will be type D. The embassy will determine that. They will tell you that is a type D visa, but definitely it's not a conference, it's not a workshop. So, and there's also another type of visa that is called volunteer visa. Some embassy have that, maybe Embassy of France, Embassy of Denmark, Embassy of Netherlands, and some other embassies. So you need to know the type of visa you are applying for. Not knowing the right type of visa you apply for will make you to lose the chance of getting your visa. This is very, very important for the Schengen visa. Then when you are filling the Schengen visa application form, it is also advisable that you don't fill with your hand, with the pen, with the ink, especially if your handwriting is bad, if your handwriting is illegible, if your handwriting is horrible. Please try as much as possible to use the computer to fill this and print it out, because it will make your work, the visa form, very neat and be able to read. It will make it legible. It will not be good if the visa officer is trying to decipher what you have put on the form. And if you have a very good handwriting, please, it's advisable you write in block or capital letter so that this thing can be very, very clear and readable. That is if you don't want to type from your computer and print the form out. Then another thing is that you need to also show enough proof that you merit this type of visa that you're applying for. Show enough proof that you merit this type of visa that you're applying for. And how do you show proof? By giving additional documents. There are times embassy asks you for additional documents, for supporting document. Please give the embassy some supporting documents in order to make your application successful. Then another thing is very important. If you are applying for a paid conference, make sure you have paid for that conference before showing up at the embassy. I need to show a proof that you have paid this money. And sometimes the organization inviting you will send you a letter, a confirmation of that payment that you have paid for the conference fee, and most times it's shown on the invitation letter. But in case it's not shown on the invitation letter, you need to print out that you have paid an exact fee. And if you are also the embassy also require you, most embassies now, especially the Schengen embassy, they need you to provide a separate document showing the proof of your accommodation. That is where you are staying. You don't want the accommodation, a letter of accommodation or your hostel to be attached or to be one single document with the accommodation. They need it to be separated or to be detached. So if you have been given an organization and that organization is providing an accommodation for you, ask the organization to send you a separate document of your accommodation, so that when they ask you at the embassy, you can show them that this is my accommodation, I have an accommodation. And if you are paying for that, if you are booking online for that accommodation, please make sure that you have paid for that accommodation and you also have a proof of payment, and you need to print out that document out to show the visa officer interviewing you, or you are submitting your document to at the embassy. Then lastly, is very, very important, this is the last one, that you also commit your application to the hand of God. Sometimes you might have all the required documents, you have everything, you have enough funds in your account, you have an invitation letter, you have enough ties, you have everything to prove that you are going for that particular program, or you merit that type of visa. All of a sudden something just went wrong. You don't know what went wrong, and at the end of the day, when you got an email or you go and pick up your visa, you see that your visa was refused. You don't know what went wrong, and this is why you need to pray. Sometimes some things don't just happen naturally. You need to commit your visa application into the hand of God, that God will make that visa application to be successful. Sometimes some people don't even merit a visa. They don't merit the type of visa they apply for, and at the end of the day they got it. So how did they get it? It's just by the mercy of God. So that is the God factor in your visa application, and that is why you need to commit yourself into the hand of God. Commit the visa application into the hand of God, that no any type of funny trick or any kind of foul play, any kind of thing will happen to that application by the time you are going to get that application, and that by the time you are going to get the news, it's going to be good news. So that is why you need to pray. When you commit, sometimes you pray, and when you get to the embassy, you are favored. The way the visa officer attends to you, he or she attends to you very well. He asks you questions. The person is very calm. It's not irritational, and it seems that you are favored. You yourself can see that you are favored by the time you are applying for this type of visa. It is because you pray. Sometimes you don't pray, and you believe that you have everything, you have submitted the document. Sometimes there are some things that happen that even maybe the visa officer does not even like your face. And some embassies now, if you go to some embassies, you see Nigerians in the embassy. Some of them they have this type of they don't dislike, they don't want you to even travel. In fact, maybe I think one embassy one time said, maybe after an interview, that it is not the embassy duties to give visa. You can imagine that it's not the embassy duty to give visa. So why is the embassy there? Why when somebody has paid for the visa fee? And so are they saying that for any applicant that they apply, that at the end of the day that they are going to be getting refusals? So that's why you need to pray against every kind of stumbling block, against any kind of problem, against your visa application. Whenever I want to apply, cover the application with the blood of Jesus. Pray that visa application will be successful and it will sail through, and you will see that God is just working in your favor, and at the end of the day you are going to get that visa. So I hope this information that I've shared with you help you. So if this information help you, please like, comment, and also share. There are some people that have been applying for a Schengen visa for a long time. They don't know why they are refused. They don't know what's the problem. They don't know what has been going wrong, and maybe their uncle in that country, their sister in that country, their relative in that country is expecting them. They just want them to land in that country, and they will take care of everything. But this is just like a river Jordan before them to cross, because they could not get visa, so they don't know the reason. So that is why you need to share this this information, this video with them, in case you have somebody who has been applying for this type of visa for a long time and the person has not been getting the visa, or maybe the person does not even know how to apply for the right type of visa. And maybe if this person has been applying for visa, you have somebody who has been applying for a visa for a long time, and it is one particular reason, whether insufficient fund, whether ties or something like that. I hope this video will help them if you share this information with them. So once again, thank you very much for taking time to watch this video, and I would like you to share this video. We are also expecting your comments on this about this video. And let me also tell you that despite the fact that I took time in going through about 21 steps in this video on how to make a success of your visa application as a first-time applicant, all these things I have explained, they are not exhaustive. There are still some other things that you need to know about packaging this visa. And also sometimes some people are confused when they want to fill the form, and maybe they ask you, is it national visa or Schengen visa? So the national visa is just, if you're applying for a national visa, that means that you are applying for a long stay or work permit, while the Schengen visa is short stay. So that's just the difference between them. So please, you might have more information or more reason about this video I've made about how to make a success of this type of application. Please, you can share that on the comment section so that other people watching this video will also read and get themselves prepared to apply for this type of visa. Thank you once again. I'm at your disposal to help you to make success of your Schengen visa. And this year, by the grace of God, I believe that dreams of yours will be achieved, and we can achieve that dream together by synergizing together, collaborating together. I'm available for any question, anything you want to ask me about this Schengen visa. Thank you and good afternoon.